Eat that frog. This is Brian's, I think his absolute top seller that he's written of like 80 books. If you're looking for a quick hit of motivation, I would recommend this book. There's a free PDF under the video as well, but it's only like 97 pages long. So if you're brand new to this, or Brian Tracy, this is where you want to start. You can find this in almost every major Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, bookstore, almost anywhere. You can find the older version, the updated version, the workbook, classic book on motivation, discipline, overcoming procrastination, time management, how to think more productively. If you're into that stuff, that's the go-to. No excuses. This is my favorite, my all-time favorite for self-discipline. If you're looking to learn about self-control, self-mastery, long-time thinking, this is a really good book for that. I've had this book for like almost 2 years, and I've read through it, and I've listened to the audio version about, I've read this book about 4 times, and this is, for me personally, the biggest help. And he's got Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. This is a little bit older, published in 2003. It's about 250 pages long. Again, it goes over all the classic Brian Tracy: mastering yourself, your emotions, taking charge of your life, your business, how to think about money, career, relationships, the 1000% formula. Everything's in here. Another book I remember I read, I did a review, was The Focal Point. Brian Tracy, The Focal Point. There's a great quote in there that really stood out to me about holding and contemplating 2 different opposite ideas at the same time. So that's another one. This is one of his newer ones, 32 Unbreakable Laws of Money and Success. Again, it's pretty quick hit, about 160 pages. I'd say you could probably read it in 2 or 3 days. It's bigger words, very easy to read. This is one of my top favorites up there, because I like to review the laws, the law of goals, the law of subconscious mind, the law of money, the law of accumulation, all the laws, because that helps you think about one concept and then apply it to your life. It's very practical, easier to remember these ideas when he breaks it down in the laws for each chapter. Like the law of magnetism states that the more money you attract into your life, the more money you will attract. Basic stuff like that. Of course, he goes into more detail on how to think about your personal life, your success, your self-improvement. Definitely worth a read. Check it out. I read the ebook version of this as well. And Psychology of Selling, classic if you're brand new to selling. Go through this to understand just the basics of how sales works and how it's so emotionally and psychologically motivated, how people make decisions and so forth. And then another book I would recommend, I've been through so many of his books, is I love Brian Tracy, The Science of Money, How to Increase Your Income and Build Wealth. I think that's the subtitle. That is a great audiobook with Dan Strutzel. He did this book series with Dan Strutzel, this guy with Nightingale Conant who does personal development programs. And he's got another one I really love about the science of motivation. So, Science of Motivation, I think how to achieve your goals faster, etc. That was another one with Dan Strutzel. He has The Science of Influence. This is an audiobook. You can buy the physical copy as well. But I really love those books, The Science of Money, The Science of Motivation, The Science of Influence, because he goes into extreme detail, like an interview style with Dan Strutzel. And I really appreciated that, kind of learning the more personal side of Brian Tracy and to apply that to my own life. Has been amazing. What else is he at? I mean, he's got Brian Tracy University. I've had that for like 5 years now. His classic old school teachings he did back in the 90s. What else is there? I mean, he's got a book on reinvention. He's got books on leadership. He's got other audios on closing sales. He's got all kinds of topics. So you really can't go wrong. Again, if you're brand new, I'd say like stick to the smaller ones. You can probably read quicker. The No Excuses, Eat That Frog. He does have another one called Goals, which is like the best seller in the whole world on goals, motivation. And Eat That Frog is the bestseller in the world. He sold over millions of copies, like over 2 million copies of Eat That Frog, probably like 5 million copies. And that's the bestseller in time management, right? So I just rattled off about 10 different books or so. And if you want the basic version of Eat That Frog, it's below the video, or the goals. He has a 14-step goal setting guide. You can print it out or just follow. That's also very helpful. It's the same stuff found in some of his books. You can get it for free and go through it before you even order or listen to his books online. And yeah, you can't go wrong. I recommend Brian over anybody out there. I recommend Brian Tracy, his courses, because he teaches more in depth on a wide variety of topics than anybody else out there. He's the most practical guy on time management and discipline and money, better than any other guru out there. So be sure, if you're interested in that, in those free resources, he's got a ton of stuff out there on speaking, communication, and developing wealth, and building a business, and all that stuff below the video. Feel free to check it out, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.